lock installation tutorial. Front lock, rear locking gasket, rear locking rubber pad, lock body fixing screw, lock cylinder screw, rear lock fixing screw, bamboo screw, gaskets as screws, spring square rod, screw tube, key, rubber stopper, Type-Ac data cable, card. Adjust the direction of the locked body tongue. If the door is pushed inward, the angled surface of the latch faces outward and the flat latch faces inward. If the door is pulled outward, the tilted side of the latch faces inward and the flat latch faces outward. This step is to adjust the direction of the inner push door by pulling open the lock tongue of the lock body, so there is no need to adjust it, and this step can be ignored. Adjust the direction of the lock body latch. First, dial the clutch upwards. Press the locking tongue inwards. Rotate the locking tongue 180 degrees. The locking tongue rebounds to change the direction that the adjustment is completed. Installation of the lock body with the latch placed face up. Place the lock body into the door frame body slot. Tighten the fixing screws of the lock body. Install the lock cylinder. Thread the tail ruler of the lock cylinder through the lock body hoisting groove with the keyhole facing outward and place the lock cylinder in the appropriate position. Pick up the lock cylinder fixing screw, pass it through the screw hole of the lock body, and tighten it with a screwdriver to fix the lock cylinder. Measure the reserved length of the lock cylinder tail ruler from the face of the indoor door, ranging from 0.70 inches to 9.45 inches. Make your markings to cut off the excess. Use the key to unlock and check if the switch lock is working properly. Install the square rod and insert one end of the joint into the square rod hole of the lock body. Measure the reserved length of the square pole from the face of the indoor door, ranging from 0.50 inches to 1.18 inches. Make your markings to cut off the excess. Prepare to operate the rear lock. Install the rear locking rubber pad and press to complete the fixing. Open and lock the battery cover. Remove the battery. Put the bamboo screws through the rear locking spacer screw holes. Measure the length of the bamboo screws according to the thickness of the door. Fit to the door frame 1 centimeter shorter than the door frame. Make your markings to cut off the excess. Cut off the excess with pliers. Measure the length of the anti-lock tail ruler based on the thickness of the door. Fit to the door frame 1 centimeter shorter than the door frame. Make your markings to cut off the excess. Cut off the excess with pliers. Insert a spring into the rear lock square rod hole. Front lock preparation operation. Take out the screw tube, screw, and gasket. Thread the gasket through the screw. Screw on the smooth end of the screw. No need to tighten. Convenient for subsequent installation. Install the locking screw tube. Before installation, install the screw pipe in the appropriate position. Tighten the screw tube with pliers. Install the front lock. First, thread the data cable through the door. Align the front lock cylinder hole with the lock cylinder and install it. Install the locking gasket after installation. Thread the front lock power cord through the rear lock gasket. The rear locking spacer screw holes. Don't tighten it yet. There is a certain degree of looseness. It is convenient for subsequent adjustment. Adjust the front lock. Attention! The keyhole should be located in the center of the hole. Align the rear locking spacer. Attention! The square rod, lock cylinder, and tailstock hole need to be located at the center of the gasket hole. Tighten the bamboo screws again. Connect the front and rear lock power cables and cat eyeliners. Insert the excess power cord into the door to prevent it from being crushed. Align the holes of the rear lock square rod, lock cordtail ruler, and reverse lock tail ruler with the holes of the lock body square rod, lock cordtail ruler, and reverse lock tail ruler, and install them. Install the rear lock fixing screw into the rear lock screw hole. Insert a rubber plug into the screw hole below the rear lock. Install the battery. Close the battery cover. Press and hold the lock switch button until the prompt sound appears. Press the well key on the front lock to restore initialization. Installation complete.